Okay. So namaste. Thank you so much for coming to this class, and also if you're watching later on. Today we're going to do a lot of shoulder work and chest opening. So that means back bends. I'm not saying that we're gonna go into bridge pose or anything like that, but you know, a little bit of like loosen up through the shoulders and a little bit of what we call a heart opening. I don't know if that makes any sense, but kind of opening through the chest. So let's find a comfortable position. Let's sit. Close the eyes. Take some time here to just simply be, nothing else. The only thing is required for you now is to just be. Bring your attention to the way that you're sitting. See if you can elongate the spine, like growing a little bit taller. Also, as you grow taller, you feel that connection between your seat bones and the floor or the cushion or whatever you're sitting on. Chair, if you're doing chair yoga. And finding that groundedness through the seat bones at the same time as you find length through the spine. Notice how you're breathing today. You're not trying to change any patterns, just simply observing the quality of your breath today. See if you can tell your mind and your brain that it's time to relax and it's time to connect with the state of your body and your mind. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And with the next exhale, exhale through the mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last time, inhale deeply. As we next inhale, we open the eyes. As I said, we're going to do some work with our chest. I'm moving back so that you can see me. Cat-cow sitting. So instead of coming to a force, just gonna round through the back, bring the shoulders forwards, the head and the chin towards the chest. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, rounding. Inhaling, lifting through the chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Twice more. Coming back to neutral spine. Walk the hands back. See if you can look up, opening the chest here. Take your time to arrive at the pose that feels comfortable for you. There's not taxing on your neck. Your face is relaxed. Your body gently opening. And then walk the hands back and come to all fours. Coming to hands and knees. From here, just start moving from side to side. Hips from side to side. Just bringing some movement and some joy to your body, almost like awakening muscles and free movement as well. So anything that feels good. Stretching different parts of your body as you move along, exploring movement as you breathe. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you're just simply observing how your body feels in different positions and when you move different parts of your body. We're going to sit back in child's pose or Balasana. Open your knees wide. See if you can bring your hands forwards. Inhale, come back to all fours. Close the knees slightly. Bring your hands towards the right and do a side stretch on that left side. Really filling up your lung capacity, really stretching through that left side. Try to keep your hips kind of in line with each other, even if you're twisting towards the right. Back to center. Walk the hands over to the other side. Take a stretch. Feel the body stretching here. Back to center. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, thread it underneath. Bring the head towards the floor. Walk the right hand forwards. Breathe here. Lift that right arm up. And then exhale, bring the hands together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the hands together. One more time, inhale. Exhale, release, bring the hand underneath the shoulder. Come back to all fours. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, thread it underneath, bring the head down, walk the left hand forwards. When you're ready here and you have found a comfortable position, lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring the hands together. Inhaling, lifting the left arm up. Exhale, hands together. One more time, inhale. Exhale, release. Hand underneath the shoulder. Come back to all fours. We're going to stretch the right leg back and we're just simply going to move backwards and forwards, stretching the back of the calf. Inhale, lift the right leg. Keep your hips balanced. And then bend the knee. See if you can lift the leg a little bit higher. With the next inhale, we're going to stretch the left arm forwards. So you've got your right leg up and your left hand forwards. The next thing is either stay here, maybe you can reach the foot behind. If this is kind of hard, see if you can come onto your toes and open the chest, look forwards, relax the face. See if you can smile to yourself. That adds bonus points to the pose. And then exhale, release. And then stretch the opposite leg up. And then do the same. Do some calf stretching. Wonderful if you run or if you cycle. It's a wonderful sort of way of loosening up through the calf muscles. Inhale, lift the leg. Try to keep your hips parallel. Bend the knee. Lift the foot up a little bit higher. You can come onto the toes from the other foot. That might help. Lift the opposite arm up. Bring it to the foot. Push the foot onto the hand onto the foot. Lift the leg up. Smile. Maybe possible, maybe not. I'm kind of smiling at the sight of massive rain coming down, and my garden is already flooded, so probably not a good thing to smile at, but there we go. Release. From here, we're going to come into plank pose. And then slowly release the knees down. Come back to Balasana, your knees closed. Inhale, come back to plank pose. Use your core to support you. Exhale, back to child's pose, Balasana. And we're going to do this twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Slow movements. One more time. This time, as you're here, Bring the knees down, slowly come back down to the floor. We're gonna come into X-Sphinx pose first. So your shoulders are underneath, no, not your shoulders. Your elbows are underneath the shoulders. Lift through the chest. Stay here. We're gonna bring the left arm in a little bit, like in 45 degrees angle. Bend the right leg. See if you can catch your right foot with your right hand. Maybe you're able to bring it towards your thigh, or even like bring the foot towards your crease of the elbow. Now slowly start turning towards the left. Feel the stretch on the front of the thigh here, as you also open your chest. It's called Ardha Vikasana, by the way. And we swap. We bring the foot in, and now start turning over to the other side, towards the right. And then back to center, release. Very nice. Okay, from here, just simply moving from side to side. And then we're coming into Cobra. Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under. Come up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. As we exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Inhale, lift the arms up into Anjaneyasana. From here, we're gonna bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. See if you can go into a little bit of a back bend here. Take a look at your front knee, see if it's on top of the ankle, your back leg is straight, you're still opening through the chest, looking forwards or up, depending on your neck. As we exhale, we touch down, step back, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Make sure that your knee is on top of the ankle before you go anywhere. Inhale, lift both arms up. See if you can sink down a little bit more. Hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Open your chest. Beautiful. Again, inhaling, lifting as we exhale. We step back into downward facing dog. And we breathe here. We're going to take a little twist. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Inhale, come up as we did before. Hands to the heart center. With the next exhale, we bring in the left elbow outside the right knee. Press onto both hands if you can bring them towards the center of your chest. And then once you spiral, maybe you can release one hand and then lift the other one. Sink a little bit down and make sure that the back leg is straight. From here, really slowly, bring the hands down. Bring the left knee to come forwards and sit down. Take a moment here. Inhale, lift the left arm up. As we exhale, elbow outside the knee, take a twist, look over the right shoulder. Slowly moving back to center, hands framing the legs. Step back. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg back and up. As we exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Make sure that your knees on top of your ankles first. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Elbow outside that left knee. Take a twist. Press into the hands. See if you can bring your thumbs to your sternum. Lift the back leg a little bit more. Release one hand, maybe. And lift the left arm up. Slowly framing the front foot and bringing the back leg forwards. And coming to this Lord of the Fishes, Matsyasana or Ardha Matsyasana. First, finding length. Inhale, lifting the right arm up. Exhale, elbow outside that left knee. Take a twist. Back to center, hands down. See if you can step back. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step back into down dog. And this time we're going to stay in down dog for 5 breaths. So first, bend the knees. See if you can lift the sit bones a little bit higher. Engage the core. And then slowly stretching the legs back, bringing the heels down towards the floor. You're going to inhale after your 5th exhalation and lift the right leg up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. We're going to walk the foot towards the side. Bring the back knee down. Okay, from here, right hand towards the right thigh. Maybe stay here, see if you can open your chest, or maybe bring the elbow down and open your chest. Or option number 3, then the back leg, so you can catch your foot and go deeper into this beautiful heart opening of monkey twist. Keep breathing, keep opening. And then exhale, hand down to the mat, step back into down dog. Take at least 3 deep cycles of breath, connecting with every part of your body. When you finish your cycles, inhale, lift the left leg back and up as we exhale slowly, moving that foot between the hands and moving the foot towards the edge of the mat. Bringing the back knee down. Option number 1, left hand to the left thigh, start spiraling, looking towards the ceiling. Option number 2, bringing the elbow down. Option number 3, rolling onto the top of the knee. See if you can bring the hand to the foot and open the chest a little bit more if possible. And then exhale, release. Step back, down dog. Breathe here. Bring the awareness to your shoulders. See if you can separate them a little bit more from your ears. Really engaging through the core, really breathing into your hips, and from the hips all the way down to your feet. Slowly bending the knees, looking forwards between the hands, step or jump forwards to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway, exhale fold. Inhale, press onto the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, release. We're gonna bend back a little bit. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Bit of a back bend here. Exhale, falling forward. One more time, inhale, lift. This time as we fall forwards, we come into chair pose. Bring the hands down, step back with the right foot. Plant the back foot down. Inhale, come up into your second warrior. From here, see if we can reverse the warrior. Sink down a little bit more into your reverse warrior by trying to bring the front thigh parallel with the floor. The left knee is on top of your ankle. You're opening through the chest. And from here, stretch the front leg as you come down into Trikonasana. We're going to do this again. Inhale, lift, bend the knee, come into reverse warrior. Exhale into Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose. One more time for luck. Inhale, bending the knee, coming into reverse warrior, and exhale into Trikonasana. Exhale, hand down, step back, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands, plant the back foot down. Inhale, come up and into a second warrior. Inhale, reverse and stay there for at least 3 breaths. Sink down through the front knee. Exhale, straightening the front leg into Trikonasana. Inhale, reversing. Exhale, Trikonasana. And one more time. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, Trikonasana. You can always use a block here in your triangle pose. Exhale, hand down. Step back into down dog. We're going to come forwards into a plank and we're going to bring the elbows down for elbow plank. Bring the hands together, interlace the fingers. See if you can lift up into dolphin pose. Relax the head. And then slowly walk your feet back into elbow plank once more. Release the knees. Come into X-Sphinx pose. You can move the hips from side to side. That might really help loosen up the hip joint. Bring your hands to the sides. Come into the fingertips. And see if you can lift a little bit higher. Really using your core here. Your legs behind, they're not floppy, they're engaged, like if you were holding something in between them. Your face is relaxed, shoulders away from the ears, face relaxed. Again, if you're smiling, bonus time. And then exhale, release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Push back into Balasana, child's pose. Wonderful. We're going to come into all fours. This time we're going to stretch the right leg, lift, open the hip, and then move the left leg to the side so that you've got a little bit of more base. Inhale, lift the right arm up, bend the foot, hand to the foot, and see if you can start opening. Another beautiful back bend. In this grounded Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Slowly release the foot, bring the foot forwards. We're gonna go into Anjaneasana again. This time we open in the front of the left thigh. If you're happy here, you can maybe roll onto the foot and bring the hands to the foot and open the chest. Look up. And then slowly release. And come back to all fours. Stretch the left leg back. Lift. Open the hip. Move the right leg to the side so you've got a little bit more space there. Lift the left arm up. Bend the foot. Bend the foot? No, bend the leg. And then start opening. You can bring the hand to the inside of your foot and see if you can stretch a little bit more there. Slowly releasing, bringing the foot forwards. Plant the foot forward. See if you can stretch through the front of the right thigh. Stay here because this is good and feels amazing. Or maybe roll onto the top of the knee. See if you can bring the hands to the foot. Open up. Even harder or better thigh stretch. And then release into downward facing dog. Do some moving from side to side. We're gonna go into a super wonderful heart opening called Wild Thing. So with the next inhale, lift the right leg back and up, bend the knee, do some circles with the foot, one side, the other side, slowly releasing that top foot down. If that's too much, just simply keep opening through there and that's fine. If you are able, maybe you can plant the foot down and then come into Wild Thing. If that's totally crazy for whatever reason, then don't you worry, stay in three-legged dog. And then slowly coming back, stretch the leg up, release. Take a moment here, reconnecting with your breath. One more inhale and we lift the left leg up this time, bending the knee, creating or doing circles with the foot. One direction and another direction. And then slowly opening the hip towards the ceiling. Maybe staying here or maybe bringing the foot down. And then coming onto Wild Thing, other side. And then slowly releasing out of it. And then bring the knees down. Come back into Balasana Child's Pose. If you want to open your shoulders a little bit more and you've got blocks or books or something, you can bring your hands to the blocks and try to see if you can get your chest a little bit closer to the floor without junking onto your shoulders. So it should be feeling nice and comfortable instead of like, that doesn't really feel right. If it doesn't feel right, just stop and don't do it. It's gonna feel like, this is really nice where my shoulders are getting into. And then walk the hands back to you. I'm gonna go into a beautiful heart opening called Ustrasana, Camel Pose. So first you're sitting on your hero's pose. Inhale, lift both arms up as you come up onto your knees. If you can have the blocks around, might help. If not, if you don't need them, you don't need them. The main thing here is that when you go back, your hips stay where they are, so they don't move back like mine are doing now. They just stay in the same place over your knees. So we're gonna tuck the toes. We're gonna do a half camel pose first. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and then bring the right hand to the heel. Now maybe you can start open and looking towards the ceiling if that's possible. Remember, your hips are still moving forwards. Your legs are active, like you are squeezing a block between them or something like that. And of course, if this is super easy, you might want to bring and tuck the toes. If that's super hard, you can use the block. Bring the hand to the heart center and slowly bring yourself back up. And then swap sides. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Bring the left hand to the left heel and open up. Remember your hips moving forwards. And then exhale, release. And whenever you're ready, see if you can bring your hands to the hips or blocks. Open the chest. Move the hips forwards. If this is comfortable enough, you might want to untuck your toes. Be careful not to throw your head back. And then slowly coming back into Balasana, Child's Pose. Wonderful. Okay. From here, push into the hands, tight the toes, and come up into Down Dog. Do some hip movements, pedaling through the feet. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. As we exhale, bend the knee, like if you were gonna go into pigeon pose, and bring the knee forwards. Before you go into pigeon pose, bring the left leg forwards as well, and sit back. If that's too hard, just sit in a normal way. It doesn't matter. Bring your legs forwards. Give them a little tap, shake. Sit comfortably. Maybe you can internally rotate your thighs in. Stay there. Close your eyes. As we wind down towards the end of the class, bring your hands behind. Your feet are active, so your toes are dorsiflexed towards you. As we did before, but with your legs slightly open, lift the chest, look up. Bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Imagine you're sitting on a beach and just the sun is shining. You get suntan and everything is perfect and you're just relaxing. And then slowly coming forwards. Open the legs a little bit wider if you can. Maybe bring the elbows to the floor. If that's a no-no because your back is really hurting or your thighs are hurting, you can use the blocks. Again, your toes, dorsiflexed, my legs are active. Breathing here. Slowly coming out of it, feet together, Baddha Konasana. Again, sitting tall, relaxed, and then coming forwards. You're going to open your feet, give yourself a massage in the soles of the feet. And then slowly coming back up. We're going to bring the knees in, give yourself a hug, lift the feet off the floor, lift the chest. And slowly we're going to release down onto the floor using our core. One more chest opening for Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Elbows onto the floor, fingers pointing towards the ceiling, feet underneath the knees if possible. Press onto the elbows first, open the chest. Once you've got that heart opening, then lift the hips up. Release the hands down, interlace the fingers, and then walk the shoulders towards each other. See if you can bring the palms of the hands to be together for a wider opening of the chest. Either stay here or release the hands and bring them to your sacrum. And then if you're happy here, you can have one leg up. And then release and lift the other leg up. And then release And slowly releasing down. Inhale, lift the arms over the head as you lift the sit bones up. Exhale, release hands and hips. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Synchronizing breath and movement. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. Cross the right leg over the left. Oops. And then slowly here, we're going to drop the knees towards the left. Open the arms wide and your head moving towards the right. If that's okay with your neck, if there are any tension on your neck whatsoever, just keep your head looking towards the ceiling. Your knees in line with your hips. Legs relaxed, face relaxed. If you need to bend the elbows because you don't have any space, you have beds or wardrobes or something around, that's fine as well. Notice what's happening with your shoulder. My one is really tight on this area, so it's kind of painful. Just breathe into those areas that need a little bit more softening. Inhale, come back to center. Release the leg, cross the left leg over the right. Walk the hips slightly to the left before you drop the knees towards the right. And you keep that line between your knees and your hips. And the same thing here, if you're happy here, you can maybe turn the head towards the opposite direction. If not, then it's okay. Just see where you can find some sort of sweetness, where you can enjoy the pose to its maximum. And then inhale, release out of the pose. Bring your knees into the chest, hands to the outside of your feet. Rock from side to side like a happy baby in happy baby pose. Massaging the lower back. And whenever you're ready, drop the legs down to the floor for your 3 minutes of pure bliss or Savasana. Let the feet drop to the sides. Let the hands open towards the ceiling, shoulders away from each other and away from the ears. Closing the eyes, simply noticing how your body relaxes down. In this pose called Savasana or corpse pose. In yoga symbolizes the death and rebirth of the yogi, meaning that to be able to be reborn into a sort of calmer state of mind and a better condition of your body, you first need to die. You need to let go of the things that no longer serve you. So just by taking a few minutes here in Savasana, your body is replenishing all the energy. So that it can be reborn again. You notice how your body softens with each exhalation. And you allow your body to rest and your mind to relax. Enjoying this last minute of Savasana. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Allowing your body to move freely. Allowing yourself to return to the present moment, fully conscious and hopefully renewed and ready to be reborn with a bit of more energy. Whenever you're ready, roll onto the right side of your body and come back to a seated position in your own time. Hands to heart center whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Namaste. See you next week.